Yeah, Zane. What's up, brother?
What's up, Rocky? So good to see you, man.
Man, same here. I'm glad you with the new record, man.
It's so nice to hear. Your frequency is so clean and so clear. And before we talk about the music, which is why we're here, I just want to say happy Dad Day to you today, bro. I know it's an important birthday today, man. God bless it all. God bless it all.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. The big guy turned 1 today, so
Isn't it crazy how it goes fast, right? And you know this now because it's your second child. So you're seeing it in real time on child number 1. You're like, oh my gosh, like, whoa, this is going to go by quick. And then that first year birthday comes around because we have 2 boys. That felt like yesterday.
Right? I mean, 2 boys as well. It's just like, time speeds up when you become a dad, man. It's crazy. It's insane.
So how come you still look so young? That's not fair.
I take it as a compliment, man.
You take it that way, bro. That's the way it's intended. All right, we're gonna do a full 360, come back and celebrate life and family at the end of this all too short conversation. I'm gonna make the most of every single second. So let's talk about Hijack, and let's talk about what it means to be the first song taken from this album. It's been some time since we got a body of work from you. You're never too far away from us. We feel your presence, but the music is different, and you've taken your time to really show up with an album this time after a while. So just in your own words, what does it mean now that we're hearing the beginning of something very real and very substantial?
I mean, I feel like the real is back, man, and it's just like this for the taking. It's a hijack, Not only that, it's just becoming with a whole new aesthetic on everything, especially with German expressionism and the whole ghetto futurism grim thing. So this is just what the sound sounds like and whatnot, the sonics of it. It's a look, everything to it.
When you're in the studio and you're making the music and you have all of this rolling around into one big beautiful gumbo, one big beautiful melting pot, right? Of like, it's not just music, it's this, it's all these things that are cooking in my head, right? How do you sort of like get it to a point where the music ultimately resolves itself? Because you've got all these different, like you say, images and ideas and inspirations and curiosities. You're not just in a linear musical flow. So how do you know, like, okay, Hijack, man, I got to make sure this thing the loop is closed on this thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the music is the foundation, right? And it's like, when it's ready, it's that special thing where you just you could keep working on something or you could instantly just make something that's complete. But
yeah, it's
kind of like music has that special magical, I don't know what to even call it, but you just know when it's complete, you feel it. And I've been working on this material for a while now, tweaking it and fixing it and whatnot. So, this is just one of the ones that we decided to, it was the summer and here we are, shot a visual and yeah, this is part of the new saga.
I love that you're working with Jessica. I'm a big fan of Jessica Pratt as an artist, what she's made and what she recently made. Her new album is such an amazing body of work. How did she cross your path and become somebody that is now forever a collaborator?
Well, I just love alternative. I love just different sounds and whatnot. She kind of gave me like this kind of Portishead meets Stevie Nicks vibe a little bit, like, so I always feel her as an artist. And so I figured it was necessary to get her John Batiste on this one and, kind of make it feel soulful to bring it on home in the outro.
Yeah, man. I also see Creed in the credits. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's a 9-year-old kid. He's a rapper, he's sick though,
That's awesome.
So, yeah. Shout outs to young Creed, man. Little Creed be
So
good,
he's the one doing the I don't like that. Is that him?
Yeah, he bad as shit. He's a good kid though.
These kids, man, these 9-year-old kids running around, man. They've got it's like they've got nothing figured out and they've got so much figured out. It's so
right?
crazy.
I mean, hip hop was discovered and it was all made and by 8, 9, 10, and 11-year-olds. That's how it started.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just bringing it back to the roots of, what the foundation of hip hop is.
Were you expecting it to take 6 years? I mean, what is your relationship like with time when it comes to art? I've always wanted to ask you that because I never feel like you're moving in a time infrastructure.
Yeah, I think sometimes like my opinion on my taste, it changes and whatnot, right? And I think for the past year and a half, it's kind of like what mostly all of these songs are from, like in the past like year and a half. But the duration of the past 6 years, things have been changing. We had COVID happen, we had situations with me and whatnot, and I just felt like right now is just probably the the most time I got to kind of like really kind of like just work on the craft and elaborate and get those and execute on those and whatnot and those ideas. And it was just the most perfect time. But my opinion changes a lot, and I might make a song and if I don't put it out in a timely manner, I'm over that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I guess also, being in a beautiful scenario where you're raising a family now and you've got this incredible, inspirational environment to come home to, this experience waiting for you when you go from studio to traveling to coming home. It sort of forces in the loveliest and most thoughtful way you to slow down and to take your time and to really embrace the music. So does it sound different to you since your priorities have changed and since you've had to kind of readdress and work out what's important in life? Does music sound different to you than it did when you were a kid and it was just like, peso, put that out now, go,
Yeah, definitely, man. And that was crazy how you said that, because I mean, it just pertains to, me right now so much. I think sonically, yes, a lot of changed, my taste preference for music and just different artists and just different genres. But it all has changed, especially the way it influenced the way that I make music and I put out music now and whatnot. I think it's more meaningful. I got more to say. I got more personal, vulnerable things to talk about and whatnot. And it's just, I think the trick is, having that fine balance of just entertaining and telling a story, or giving something, telling somebody, the listener, the viewer, something informative about you and whatnot. And that's kind of where I'm at now with, just being a pop or two and whatnot, and just being at the top of my game with just,
No doubt.
design and everything and film and you name it, man. We've been doing it all. And right now I'm just, I'm a catalyst for just all these just different endeavors and, different talents and whatnot. And I think more so than ever it's necessary. I've been looking at the music industry and, looking at the playing field and whatnot. And, it's been a while. I'm really ready to put out a new project and just trying to touch the people again and touch on the people and whatnot, and let them know what the I've been up to this whole time.
I feel like a kid listening to this. No, it did. It really reignited something in me that I felt when I was younger, and I would hear one of my favorite artists come back, or they'd put something out that just felt very connected and very direct and exciting. And it felt like it feels exciting. You've injected some real energy into music today.
Nah, absolutely, man. It's funny, the kid Creed, he's only 9 years old, and he's like, Rocky, this reminds me of the time when LL Cool J made I'm Gonna Knock You Out.
Shut up, are you talking about his kids hitting you with that knowledge? That's too good.
A 9-year-old talking to me about LL. I was, wow.
Oh my God, he was in the galaxy of stars waiting for his earthly born day. Are you kidding me? What are we even talking about here? You seem so centered and relaxed. And look, I know what music means to us all, yourself included. And I know that when you work in an exciting environment, and especially one that comes from a place of like proving oneself and creating identity in order to survive in music, right? Like, my identity is I'm the best. That's what the I am. And you're on that, right? But before I dropped Peso, you didn't even like Raph. So you still got that in you, that sense of like, don't forget who started this whole fashion killer. Don't forget, right? But do you also feel, and there's a question here, Rocky, do you feel now with the maturity as you go through this, that you're in the clearing a little more, that a little more of that chatter, a little more of that, like those conversations that happen around you of like where you stand, who took what, how this goes, all that stuff that adds up to conversation, that it matters a little less to you now than it did maybe when you were a younger artist?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even then I try not to like feed in the politics of things, or I guess the gossip of things and whatnot, and the idle chatter. I think more so than ever, the smaller things in life, it definitely, that don't really matter like that. I think for certain with this new music or with this new album, it's just like there was a mission and a goal to sonically make something that felt elevated, that felt mature, especially coming from me and whatnot. And just using different sounds and elements to create a masterpiece. That was just really my goal going into it and whatnot. I think the lyrical content is just personal to just me, but you know, I'm ASAP. It's gonna be a little bit of braggadocious in there, like every, right? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be me without.
I mean,
it,
you've
but
also got records people are undoubtedly waiting for that you've played in concert that are far more direct. You know, you've got songs that people are thinking, okay, is that going to come out? What's that going to do? Where does that sit now in the overarching feeling of the project, right? Because I know why those things come out in concert. It's like, why not? Let's see if it snaps. Let's see if it gets people talking. Let's see if it, and I like it and I want to play it. But then is it going to live forever? Is it going to be something that's going to be a part of your story, right? Like are all these things that people have been listening to going to make it forward, or are they just going to sit where they were and you've moved past them?
I think anything that makes it on the project is just like kind of, it's like a catalyst to your story, right? It kind of advocates with whatever story you're trying to like, you know, tell. And I think that it's very important and special if it makes it on the album.
Yeah.
Most of the songs that I usually performing and like that, leak it. And once it's leaked, it's just like, nah, it's not on the project.
Yeah, because there's no context anymore, right? It doesn't sit within a body of work.
Yeah, it's just all that get leaked. And so I might perform it here and there, but it's just like, nah, it's leaked. It is what it is. It's out already. It's like,
man.
A lot of these records didn't make it because they got leaked at some point, one point or another.
It is what it is. They come, they don't.
Right.
They're here, they're gone. It's all just in moments. You've created one of the greatest album titles of my lifetime. You know, I've probably known about a million album titles, maybe millions and millions of album titles in my lifetime, and there's only a small selection of ones that I'll always remember made me feel some kind of way. A$AP Rocky's new album is called Don't Be Dumb. This is fire. Like, it's so good. So again, in your words, why are we looking forward to this album? Don't be dumb. What's the title saying?
Man, don't be dumb. It's self-explanatory, man. You know what I'm saying? It's self-explanatory, man. Don't be dumb.
Do you know what my friend said to me when I became a dad? And this was before he was a dad. He said to me, listen, I was having my first beer and I was so tired because I was see through time. He said, listen, and this falls into the don't be dumb category. He said, there's two types of dads, right? There are great dads and there are dads. He said, your goal is to try not to be a dad as much as possible. Don't be dumb.
Yo, shout outs to your homie for that advice.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, that sticks with me, man. I can't say I haven't always been a dad, but man, you just don't want to be a dad. You know what I mean? Just don't be a dad. You know, it's just
I think that's every dad's worry and concern. Yeah, great dad. We all do, right?
We all do, man. It's all we can only try our best, bro. August 30th is going to be a great day. We're going to have it's going to be a new era, man. It's going to feel like this whole new 0.0 for us as fans of your music, a whole new body of work to really embrace and to get behind and to love. It would be churlish of me not to inquire what the plan, or at least some kind of loose arrangement is after that in terms of, you know, meeting up with us in concert halls and playing these songs and going out and doing what artists have done for decades and centuries. You know, do you have a desire to go and do that, to tour this around the world, to be that guy?
Yeah, absolutely, man. They get to eat again. It's time to feed. Let's do it, you know? It's been a while, especially for me. 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. You know, it's time.
All right, A$AP Rocky, before you go, I got to ask my customary "we are friends, aren't we?" question, which is there anything else about this album you can tell us, just so that we can give the internet something to feast on, because there's bloodlust out there. This is going to do wonderful things, and everyone's going to love this song. But if you got another little moment or something else, a little detail, collaborator, or just something you can give us about the album, just to keep us warm till next time.
Man, it's crazy. I literally tried to figure out how to get like my parents' favorite rappers, my favorite rappers, subsequently my favorite rappers if my parents, if I grew up on them. So I got a track with Fat Man Scoop, Flavor Flav, Slick Rick, Morrissey, and Busta Rhymes all on one. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. We call that one Hood Happy. That's coming soon. Yeah. Shout outs to the OGs too. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout outs to all the OGs, eh?
Dude, I was going home. I was halfway to my car, bro. Dude,
Yeah.
only you can pull that off, man. Only you
Yeah.
can pull that off. You're the one and only. You're the one and
He's in
only.
that bag, man. You know, Buster and Slick was having an argument about who chains is bigger, like that. It's fantastic. You heard?
So good to see you, man. Listen, you've given us real time today. You've given us 15 precious minutes on a day when you should be focused entirely on family. We wish you and your family nothing but joy on a day to celebrate. Happy birthday to your little one. Lots of love. I can't wait to see you in person again at some point in the future, man. In the meantime, thanks for this record, bro. I love it.
No doubt, man. Thank you for your time as usual, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't miss it for nothing. Happy birthday, baby Riot Rose, man. Thank you for your time, saying for the support. I appreciate it, man. No doubt.
Love you, Rocky, always. Take care.
Love, brother. Peace, man.